Shalom Israel. First and foremost, when you give all praises, all honor, and all glory to be held by Shem El Shai, by Shem, Rekakadash, the martyrs, the apostles, and all great millstone of teaching us this truth. Peace and blessing to all of Israel, and Shalom. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father in Hebrew, Bahashem means the name, and Yahushai is the name of the unbegotten Son. Background lesson, and going to be going to an update as far as what's going on with the MOTB, the Charagma, pursuing back to Revelation chapter 13 verse 16. As you see, it's starting to implement these new systems and ultimately this digital currency to push this Charagma, the MOTB. And you're starting to see the beginning stages of it and the build up towards it. As you see right here with Amazon One, which we're about to get into. We're going to get 2 quick articles and a few scriptures, and that's going to be a lesson. Let's get into it. It says Amazon wants to replace your wallet with your hand, and it's ultimately want to do away with this this cash-based system, this paper dollar, and implement this digital currency by the way of the MOTB. As you see, they're starting to get the basically up and running with the beginning stages. As you see with Amazon One right here, it says Amazon wants to replace your wallet with your hand. And a few months back, I made a lesson going into Amazon One, which was just, in the beginning stages of it. And now you see them starting to implement it and push it out. So Amazon wants to replace your wallet with your hand. Eventually, you'll probably let it. A lot of people are going to, give into that. It's so much easier to just pay with the palm of my hand. I don't have to pull out my wallet or my credit card anymore. So that's going to be the mindset of these people and the temptations that are going to be pushed out. But you see the palm of your hand, and presuming back to Revelation chapter 13 verse 16, going into the mark in your right hand. And you see them paying with the palm of your hand. You're seeing the build up, man. 2 Corinthians chapter 2 verse 11. Lest Satan should give advantage of us, for we're not ignorant of his devices. Let's continue on. It says tech like Amazon One makes, don't leave home without it, a very dated construct. There's not much an article. And let's go with the other one to get the meat from it. It says new technology aims to make everyday activities effortless. Let's play a quick video.
My wallet. Did I forget my phone when you head out to the door to the airport? But you don't have to worry about that anymore. You might still be able to fly and buy your tickets with new technology from Amazon and Delta. A brand new at Atlanta's Hartsfield Airport, qualified frequent flyers do not need an ID or a boarding pass. They can use a first-of-its-kind pilot program that scans their face. And that's not all in the world of biometrics. The people over at Amazon, they want to read the palm of your hand. That's the premise behind their latest high-tech payment system called Amazon One. It's already available in more than 60 locations nationwide. So you just wave your palm, and all of a sudden it knows who you are. Joining us now to talk a little bit more about this technology.
I see that buildup leading up to the MOTB. It's clear as day. It says Amazon One Digital ID, new innovative ways to make everyday activities effortless. And these are the persuasions and the temptations that you're about to get presented with. And a lot of people are going to be like, oh man, this is so much better than just pulling my wallet. You don't have to pull my passport anymore. I can just scan my hand. And it's ultimately building up to the MOTB. It's clear as day, man. And if you can't see that, hey, you're blind. You're blinded. So Amazon wants to read your palm. That's the premise behind the company's latest high-tech payment system called Amazon One. It's currently available in more than 60 locations across the U.S., including Amazon Go stores, Amazon Fresh grocery stores, Whole Foods, and Amazon's physical bookstore locations. So we're already starting to see the implementation of this, this beast system, ultimately building up towards the MOTB, pursuing back to Revelation chapter 13 verse 16. To use Amazon One, there is an initial setup process, but it only takes a minute. Users start by putting a credit or debit card already used to shop on Amazon, into a reader already linked to one's Amazon account. Excuse me. It says next, users hover their palm over the reader. It takes a scan of one palm and then the other. And what does that sound like? The MOTB pursuing back to Revelation chapter 13 verse 16 once again. And this is the build up towards that. Because this in itself is not the the MOTB, but this is the build up towards the Krogma, the mark. Let's see. Next, users hover their palm over the reader. It takes a scan of one palm then the other. There's a nifty little animation on the screen that lets users know how to hide to hover their hand and where. Finally, confirm the Amazon account on a computer screen, and the card is now linked with the user's palm. And going back to what I was saying once again, it's going to be about all so-called, in the name of so-called safety and accessibility, for lack of better words, to make it easier for payments and to really do anything. I see people are, lazy, and they're already making they already have things where you can just pay with your phone, and as you see with Amazon One now, make it to where you can just scan with your hand. Building up to the MOTB once again, going to continue to beat that into your head if you don't know already. So we're nearing the end of this Devil's Kingdom, and you're seeing major end-time prophecy taking place, man. Book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 16 through 17. It says, "And he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in the right hand or in their foreheads." You also see Elon Musk creating the Neuralink, the chip in the forehead. Verse 17, "And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name." So you won't be able to buy or sell without the Kuragma, the MOTB, pretty soon. And you're already seeing the beginning stages of where they're starting to implement this. As you see Amazon One, where you can just scan with the palm of your hand, and other things where you can just pay with your phone, building up towards the Kuragma, the mark. And it says to receive a mark in the right hand or in their foreheads. And it doesn't matter which hand you take in either hand, you will be destroyed. This book of Isaiah, chapter 10, verse 1. To go into the unrighteous decrees. It says, "Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and not right grievousness which they have prescribed." And pretty soon you won't be able to buy or sell without it. The MOTB. You won't be able to, travel. You won't be able to leave your state, your city. There's our whole checkpoints to where you need to have verification. They have taken the juice, and you need to show proof of verification. And now you're starting to see the restrictions that they're implementing, the mandates to force the people's hand. This book, Revelation, chapter 12, verse 12, to go into how these devils come down with great wrath. It says, "Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in the multitudes of the earth and of the sea. For the devil, which is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the day is come down to you, having great wrath, because they knoweth that he hath but a short time." And these devils know they're running out of time, and that the time is short. So I see them so desperate. So I see them trying, to rush their plans and to implement them. This book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 3. To go into times that we are in. It says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry." So we are in these appointed times. It says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time," and we are in these appointed times. We're in the midst of prophecy, man. You're starting to see the build up. Also with the build up towards Jacob's trouble, presuming back to Jeremiah chapter 8, verse 7. And it ultimately just goes to show that we're nearing the end of this Devil's Kingdom, and that we're pretty much almost out of here, man. Get these last two scriptures, and I'll close out. This book of 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11 says, "Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices." We see what this devil is playing at, and what his plans are, and what he's trying to do. With Amazon One, to make it where you scan with the palm of your hand with your phone, be able to pay with your phone. As you see, as they're implementing more things where it's digital. Walmart's, supermarkets, making to where they're adding more self-checkout aisles. I mean, come on. It's the book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 28. It says, "And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draw nigh. We're nearing the end of the devil's kingdom, and our salvation is nearer than we believed." We're in the midst of major prophecy, man, end time prophecy. And this is taking place before our very eyes. Signs in the heavens, earthquakes in diverse places, sedition among men, upwards of people in the world. I mean, you're seeing tons of prophecy playing up and take place before our very eyes, man. With the Kurokma, the MOTB. So, pretty much hit the point of the lesson. Just make an update as far as what's going on with the MOTB. All roads lead to the RFID, as you see right here. So, pretty much hit the point. Don't drag this lesson on too long. But the Lord wants edifying. All goes out when you give all praises, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh B'Shem Al-Shai, B'Shem Kakadash. The words of the apostles, and also give mills of teachers the truth. Peace and blessing to Public Israel, and Shalom.